Hi guys, it's me, and today's prompt is pet peeves, and I'm not sure if all these fit under the pet peeve category, but I'm just going to put them as pet peeves anyways. And I don't want these to offend anybody because I don't mean any offense. These are just things that are my pet peeves. Like, I don't hate people who do these things, and I don't think they're horrible people, so these are just things that bother me. So, first off is grammatical errors. Unfortunately, we live in an area where there's a lot of grammatical errors. I have to correct Ava a lot because she's around a lot of people who make these errors, and it's not me being like all hoity-toity, like on my high horse. It's just me wanting my daughter to have good grammatical sense, so that way when she goes away for school or has job interviews, that she can present herself well. So the things that bother me are when people say them instead of those, or seen instead of saw. Like, I seen them things instead of I saw those things, or I seen them people, or them things over there. Like, it just drives me insane. Like, it doesn't even sound right in my head, so I don't really understand why it comes out so easily or fluently out of some people. But I have to correct Ava over and over again when she's around certain people because she just falls into that, and it drives me insane. People who wear shoes in my house when, like, without asking, like, kind of gets on my nerves because I try to keep a clean house, and I don't mind when people wear their shoes in my house if they're just coming in for a quick, to the bathroom or to come sit on the couch or something like that. But I've had experiences where people have come into my house while it's been raining or snowing outside and just traipsed all over my house without taking their shoes off or asking or wiping their feet. And that just, like, kind of gets on my nerves. I always take my shoes off or ask when I go to people's houses because, like, I don't know. I just think it's respectful. That kind of falls under the whole bad manners thing. People with bad manners drive me insane. People who don't RSVP. We had our wedding, and, like, tons of people did not RSVP, but then tons of those same people still came to our wedding. And, like, I found myself having to call people or email people asking them if they were coming, like, a week before, and they're like, yeah, well, of course we're coming. And I'm thinking, well, why didn't you send your RSVP back in? Like, I didn't send those out to you to send back to me, like, just for fun. Like, I wanted you to send them back to me. Like, that just drives me insane. Please and thank you. I get really upset when people don't use please, thank you, and you're welcome because I just think it's polite. My kids all learned please and thank you, in sign language because that was important to us. Like, I don't know, it kind of drives me insane when kids or people don't say please or thank you or you're welcome. People who smoke in cars with kids is another one of my pet peeves. I hate riding up on somebody and seeing them in a car with 3 kids in their back seat and all their windows rolled up and them chiefing on a cigarette. Like, I used to smoke when I was younger, I won't lie, but I never once ever smoked in front of any of my kids or smoked in front of, like, none of them knew that I smoked. Like, I never ever, they never saw me. It was just never, that wasn't something that I did in front of them. I never wanted to force them to be around secondhand smoke. I always took showers afterwards. Like, I was a stress smoker. Like, that was how it was. But, yeah, that drives me insane. And people who smoke outside of, like, public areas, like, I don't mind if you're going to do it in front of a bar, because it's kind of expected. But if you're outside of, like, a hospital door, I don't want to have to walk past or smoke with my newborn on the way out from delivery. That's what happened when me and Kaya left the hospital after she was born. It drove me insane. Or, like, malls or someplace where kids are going to be, like, it just drives me insane when people take that kind of right away from you. Like, just because I'm smoking here, you have to have my, like, secondhand smoke. Like, that drives me insane. People who are one-sided conversationalists. That's another one of my pet peeves. Whether it's because they just talk the whole time or they don't talk at all. Like, I had a friend who would call me and she'd be like, hey, what are you doing? And I'd be like, oh, nothing. What's up? But she wouldn't say. She'd be like, oh, I don't know. And then I would have to carry on the conversation for the next, like, 15, 20 minutes. Or if I didn't, it would be this long gap of silence. Like, I hate that. Like, if you want to talk to me, great. But, like, add something to the conversation, else we're just sitting here, and then it's, like, a lot of work for me. Like, I can't handle that. People who touch my kids without asking drives me insane. I don't really feel like I need to explain that. I just hate when people do that. People who leave toilet paper rolls empty or put them on upside down. And upside down, in my mind, is if the toilet paper end is underneath. I think the right side to do it is with it up top, if that makes sense. Like, you should pull from the top, not from the bottom. Like, that's just my opinion. Loud cars, people who drive really obscenely loud cars for no reason, they'll be in our neighborhood and drive down the street. There's a gnat in my face. I wasn't, like, flinging my hand for nothing. They're, like, these souped up, like, I don't know. They're just stupid cars that I don't understand, and they'll just, like, zoom down our street and, like, wake up our kids through our windows, and it just drives me insane. I don't like that. Or people who don't put seatbelts on their kids. We were driving home from picking Ava up from school today, and there were 2 kids about Wyatt's age in the back seat, unrestrained, just hanging out the window, and like a 50-mile-per-hour like street. And I wanted to scream at the lady, but like, what am I gonna do? And then I saw a car with 5 adults in a 5-passenger car, and one of them had an infant car seat in her lap, and there was an infant in the car seat, and she didn't even have her seatbelt on either. And it's like, okay, you got that half right, but the car seat needs to be restrained too. Like, it just drives me insane. And last but not least, well, probably not last, but, you know, I'm already over a minute, is people who, like, curse like sailors in front of their kids. I don't mind if you want to, like, drop, I don't know, like, I say CRAP, I've said shit on occasion, on accident, if I, like, hurt myself, you know, I've said, like, some things, but, like, people who just, like, it's part of their daily, just, like, they can't ever complete a sentence without a curse word in it in front of their kids, like, that drives me insane, because I know they're just words, but why teach your kids, like, that habit so early? Like, that drives me insane. So, or people who do that in front of other people's kids, like, I just think that's really disrespectful. Like, I'll let, like, a few words slip on accident in front of my kids, but I'm on, like, lockdown behavior when I'm around other people's kids. Like, I would never, ever, 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 like, I'm just very, very, very careful around other people's kids, because I don't want, you know, my bad influence to influence them. So, that's about it. Oh, and texting while driving. It's illegal in our state, but people still do it, and every single time I see somebody texting, I lay on my horn. Like, it just drives me insane. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, because I've gone over now by a minute and something or 2 minutes, and I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow for VEDA Day 22. Bye.